Hello, beautiful people. I hope you're having an amazing day. You are a star like this beaming sun. Don't let anybody dim your light. Today, we're going to talk about Avatar 2, aka The Way of the Water. Absolutely amazing film. Saw it over the weekend. Enjoyed it so much. 3 hours of absolute high definition goodness. Really enjoyed it. Definitely would watch it again. But today, I want to speak to you more about some of the Easter eggs in there, okay, and what we can learn a lot from this film, okay, carrying on from the first one as well, and you know, how we can implement some of those things into our own lives, right? So there's a few things that I noticed in the film that I thought were very important, okay, so let's talk about it. If you haven't joined us on the Instagram, Snapchat, add us there, TikTok as well, Daniel J. Allen, okay. Lots of guides, programs, and services at danieljohnallen.com. Now let's get into it. So the very first thing that I noticed immediately, okay, at the beginning of the film. So spoiler alert, if you haven't watched it, okay, go ahead, go and watch it before you watch this, okay. But the first thing that I noticed immediately was the cloning agenda. Okay, so that was the first thing I noticed, the cloning agenda, a bit of programming. You got to realize a lot of these things, a lot of big films, right? They've got to push some of these things, okay, into their films so they can have it forward, right? There's obviously a lot of spiritual things, a lot of values, a lot of amazing things, but there's also a bit of things that they're letting us know what's happening, right? Or sometimes they are desensitizing us, our subconscious minds, through these movies, all right? So you got to realize a lot of our reality is programmed by these films. Okay, it's called predictive programming, right? And really skews our perspective on reality. So that was the first thing that I noticed. Right, we've got Zach over here. That was the first thing I noticed, was the cloning. So basically in the beginning, one of the sergeants died in action. Okay, one of the sergeants died in action, and they duplicated his personality, okay, his memories, every thought that he had into another body. Crazy. And we're already seeing that happen very slowly, okay. They're doing shit like this in China. They're doing this behind the scenes in America, okay? And they want us to get used to the idea of AI, artificial intelligence, and cloning as well, right? They could, for example, let's say you lost your grandpa, but you want him to stay around, right? They could duplicate his memories, his every thought, his emotions, his everything, all the information about him, okay, into another body, and your grandpa's still around, right? So celebrities as well, they could do that. They could do it with so many possibilities, right? They could do it with, you know, cloning presidents, cloning artists, things like that. Wild. But more importantly, let's talk about the good stuff, right? And lastly, the other thing as well, what I noticed, of course, was just a message behind, you know, how we are constantly destroying the planet, right? We overconsume everything, and we look for the next thing to fulfill our desperate urges to capitalize on things, because we think that money is what's going to keep us more alive, not more than the sun, than nature, than water, you know. And we've been doing this for centuries, for so many years, right, in this Babylon that we're in. So that was the first take. Very well portrayed, you know, the way we destroy the Amazon, the way we destroy a lot of the continents today, you know, through colonizing a lot of these beautiful indigenous grounds. I think that was very well expressed in the first part of the movie, and you know, and we're still seeing that today. So shout out to the director for really expressing that through both films, and just how important it is to, you know, protect nature, to protect our family, to protect our culture and who we are, right? That's away from the concrete jungle. So let's break down some of the films, some of the things, some of the highlights that I really want to talk about, the more important things that I thought were very, you know, significant to today, that a lot of us are disconnected from, right? The first thing that I really noticed was the long hair, right? The long hair was a reminder, okay, of why a lot of indigenous cultures keep their hair long, right? And one main reason was because our hair, right, not only do they have nerve endings, right, but they act as an antennae, right, like an antenna, right, receptors to the universe, to the environment, to nature, to everything, right? So they're like a channel receiver to information. And through the film, you'll see that they'll pull their hair and connect it, more importantly, with consent to nature, right, to receive us, especially as toxic as we can be as beings, right, to the planet. Okay, we think we're the number one dogs on this home, right? But no, Gaia is in control. Gaia is orchestrating a lot of what is occurring, but at the same time, there's only so much she can do, right? Because it's not the first time that we've been here as a species, right? That's another topic. However, was the long hair. That's the first thing that I noticed, the long hair, okay? And how important that is with, you know, in terms of your spirituality, in terms of connecting with Gaia, in terms of connecting with nature, right? So your hair is a receiver to information, right? Greatest receiver for information. You'll notice a lot of indigenous cultures kept their hair long, not just as a symbolism of beauty and strength and patience, things like that, but more so just the ability to receive information, right? To receive information, right? That's one way to receive information, but that I thought was very significant and important to note. So yeah, that was absolutely amazing. And just being able to connect that with nature and the animals as well. So that was the other thing I noticed immediately, was just the symbiotic nature, symbiotic relationship with not just nature but the animals as well. They respected the animals, right? A lot of us, you'll see, we are destroying the livelihood of a lot of creatures so terribly, you know, with animal agriculture, by, you know, force breeding these species into existence for our own benefit, right? And not so much just in the way that we used to do, right? In the way we would gather and hunt. However, just today, culturally, we are abusing that very nature of symbiosis with the animals, the trees, the flowers, the bees, all of it, right? And how it's all connected. And as you know, in the film, they respected that until the avatars, until the human beings came again, once again, destroying everything and anything that they would see, right? So that was a very important thing that I noticed, was just to respect animals, right? To respect them as part of yourself. The relationships they had with the whales, or I forgot what it was called, but those larger sea creatures, was absolutely beautiful. I thought that was incredible, and a great reminder that you are not the only intelligent species on this planet, right? Animals are just as intelligent, if not maybe more, because the way that we're going, right, we probably find ourselves in another extinction, right? The way we're treating the planet, you know, and we don't choose to be here. Gaia, planet Earth, chooses us to be here, right? We are merely a cell to this living, breathing body, okay? And it's up to us to decide on how we want to have that relationship with the planet, right? So, and the animals as well. So, you know, as a vegan, 5 years, I've been feeling amazing. You know, it was one of the many reasons why I stopped eating animals, was because I wanted to have that respect. I wanted to give animals as a chance to live just the way we do, right? I'm sure you've got families and friends that want to live just as well as you do. And I started to realize that just the way Zach is, my friend, cows, pigs, chickens, they're my friends too, right? And I'm here to give everyone a fighting chance to survive, you know? So I had to educate myself, learn what I needed to stay thriving and, you know, healthy and optimal. And, you know, I did my research and I put that all together in a vegan nutrition guide. If you decide to go plant-based, check it out. There's also a free version as well. It comes with recipes, okay, meal ideas, okay, information and resources to help you stay educated on your path to veganism. That being said, there was other things as well. I thought one great highlight was when the older sister, she went and had sort of like an ayahuasca moment, right? A little plant medicine moment where she connected her hair to this underwater plant, and it gave her a trip that put her in a seizure, and really just saw things that, that spun her out, and, gave her a sort of spiritual experience to remind herself that, this whole thing is alive, right? You are living in a live universe, you are living in a live being, right? And again, if we go the way we're going, continuing to disrespect the planet, the animals, okay, the environment, we're gonna cop it, right? Not Mother Nature. Mother Nature's gonna keep going without us, but we don't exist without her. So it was just amazing that they put that in there, that how plant medicine can really open you up to your relationship with, your spirituality, to nature, to Gaia, right? And that, sometimes these things can help us to really put us on a path that is more aligned with who we are, right? Not the person that works in a 9-to-5 job, stuck in the matrix, stuck in the concrete jungle, right? But someone who came here to be an absolute warrior, right? So that was absolutely amazing from my own experiences with things like medicinal mushrooms or magic mushrooms, right? Very eye-opening for me. That really reminded me the importance in staying connected with nature, okay? With love, with our heart, with our soul. And, you don't have to do these things in order to have like an awakening, but they can help accelerate your growth, and also expose you to the things that you are not working on, right? To the things that you're running away from, and the things that you've suppressed for some time. So I thought that was a great add into the storyline, but it was so cool. And also just the warrior mentality in the film. A lot of us have fucking softened in society, being complacent little bitches, right? To really just succumb to governly orders that don't align with who we are, simply because we want to feel accepted in society and carry on, right? Just being yes all the time and being submissive to authorities that really have absolutely no say to how we live our life, but we've given away our power to that, right? So just that warrior mentality of just fighting and protecting for your people, for nature, for the animals, for, your home, your real home, right? Was absolutely inspiring, and really, again, a reminder to fight for your right to live and be free, right? Instead of being taken away by these people, these authorities who have no right to really change the way or decide how you live your life. So I thought that was so powerful. I thought that was, again, so incredible. And yeah, great reminder to be an absolute warrior in your own life, to go what it is that you're after, that really, builds your legacy, that protects, this planet, your livelihood, your lifestyle, your well-being, and your family's well-being as well. I thought that was absolutely incredible. Anything else that I thought was absolutely incredible, just the connection with the animals, I thought was so cool. Again, the plant medicine, the long hair, again, reminder as to being an antennae. In the film, the definition was just absolutely amazing. Great visual, great experiences, great acting as well. And yeah, there was a good little twist at the end. There was one little boy who was part of the squad who kind of changed the path at the end, giving life a chance, being forgiving and compassionate, even though someone had the capability to really destroy so many people's lives. But again, go and see it if you haven't watched it already. I don't want to give away too much of it. Let me know, what did you think of the film? Okay, have you watched it? Did you like part 1, part 2? What do you think they could have added more of? Was it too long for you? I noticed a lot of people didn't want to watch it because they didn't have that attention span to watch the film. I know it was a long duration, however, just the detail in the storytelling, the character development, the little, spiritual tools. The other thing as well I forgot to mention was the breath work. I thought that was so cool. A reminder as well, two things: the breath work, reminder to connect with your breath. Okay, a lot of us are so anxious. A lot of us are shallow breathing through the chest instead of through the diaphragm and the chest, out through the mouth. Okay, as a great reminder, that our breath is what really orchestrates a lot of the way we live, right? It's very important to really do some breath work to help you, build that stronger mindset if you want to dive deep, right? Metaphorically as well. And also, again, the water, the relationship with the water, I thought that was incredible. As a Pisces, I love the fucking water, right? I love the water, and it was just another great way to remind us our connection with the planet, right? And that we are water, right? We are water. Water orchestrates a lot of what happens around us, right? You are water, flow like water, be like water, as Bruce Lee said, be like water, my friend. And just how, powerful it is, right? And how much we don't know about what's in the water as well. So that was a really good ad. What I thought was a strange coincidence is how this was very similar to the Black Panther in the way that they developed they had another relationship with another clan that was water people, you could say. And also they built this beautiful alliance. Again, it was just a great reminder that it doesn't matter which countries you're from, right? You can live inland, some people can live in the water, and you can still have an amazing relationship and help each other grow and thrive and survive, because that's all we're trying to fucking do out here, right? We're just trying to fucking survive out here. So yeah, let me know, what are your thoughts? Did you enjoy it? Was it too long? Okay, are you looking forward to part 3? I want to hear your thoughts. Thought it was a very good film. Definitely watch it in high definition IMAX, whatever you can see in the highest quality. Highly recommend. And big shout out to everyone that made the film, put it all together. Definitely got their rewards for such a very well put storyline and reminder, to stay connected to your roots. To your roots is why I've got this little emblem here to remind my indigenous roots with my mum from the Philippines, who were always so connected with nature, right? Living in the mountains, and that, to stay as far away as you can out of this concrete jungle and system, and just protect what helps you stay alive, right? The system doesn't keep you alive. It keeps you surviving in a state of hypnosis that you are not aware of, right? Until you have some sort of awakening. You might plug your hair into some underwater ayahuasca sort of plant, and boom, and yeah, the teenage sister, she had also this beautiful relationship and ability to kind of do things. Anyways, don't want to spoil it all for you. Let me know your thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, let me know. Leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Gonna do plenty of reviews ahead. Appreciate you. And yeah, again, if you've got any questions, add us on Instagram and Snapchat. Okay, TikTok as well, Daniel J. Allen. Plenty of guides, programs, and services at danieljohnallen.com. Okay, stay woke, blessed, and alkalized. Peace out. Much love. I appreciate you. Keep on shining. Keep on shining like this beautiful sun. We're going to keep going. Peace out. Let me know your thoughts. Leave them down below.